You know, one of my biggest issues when playing NBA 2K25, and it's become more apparent this year, has been the response time. There's just an input delay. Now, I'm not a big tech guy or a spec guy. I normally don't dive into specs, but I'm a gamer just like you. And when playing 2K, we're gonna notice a difference in response time. How many times have you guys experienced inputting a cue on your controller and it doesn't even respond at all? That was my consistent experience playing NBA 2K25 on the PS5. I made the switch to Xbox. The difference was instantly noticeable. We about to get into all the details. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's get to the video.
It's AllCity. Load up that clip.
Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm AllCity. As always, appreciate you guys tuning in. Now, over the last week or so, I've been running and gunning on Xbox. Getting NBA 2K25 on Xbox means that I have to start from scratch. And to a 2K player, that's like blasphemy. You have to start everything all over again. All the annoying stuff like doing your workouts, sacrificing all your players, and most importantly to a 2K player, your rep is just gone. I was approaching Veteran 1 on PlayStation. Damn near about to get my second set of cap breakers at Veteran 2. You know, it's one thing to make the switch from PlayStation to Xbox, but it's quite another thing to consider staying. And when I started this test, I really didn't believe that there was gonna be that much of a difference for me to sacrifice all the money and time I've spent grinding NBA 2K25 on PlayStation. Will it even be worth starting all over? Is the experience playing NBA 2K25 that much different? And trust me, yeah, there was a lot to get used to when making the switch to Xbox. My Xbox was just in the other room collecting dust. Everything is different. The UI is different, not to mention these controllers are hella different than the PlayStation controllers. I might have to get that Pro Xbox Elite controller, I think it's called. I'm not absolutely sure. You guys let me know in the comment section below, which controller should I get for Xbox? One of the first differences that I noticed was simply loading up into the city. When you come out that train station, the second you come out this train station on PlayStation, oftentimes you notice some jitteriness, like some stuttering, and undeniable instability just coming out of the train station, walking around with all these people who are loading up as well. And on Xbox, it is just smooth as butter. Since the release of NBA 2K25, every time I loaded up playing on PlayStation, I felt like there's this uneasy feeling like you're gonna be kicked or error coded. So instantly I was thinking we're off to a good start here. But this wasn't the selling point for me. My main concern was whether or not there's gonna be this type of responsiveness and smoothness when we're out there playing on the court. And it was mainly rooted in the consistency of shooting your shot. Will I be able to shoot more consistent, being that I have a better response time on Xbox? I don't think a lot of Xbox players fully understand what us PlayStation players were going through. The amount of delay that PlayStation players have in comparison to Xbox players is completely unacceptable. Damn near game breaking, y'all. And I already know how y'all feel. You already bought the game on PlayStation. You're not trying to make the switch. But I will tell you, so far from what I've experienced, it just feels like Xbox players have the edge. It's almost like 2K servers favor Xbox players. Or maybe the Xbox is just better optimized to handle 2K servers. I pulled up the comparison of specs between PlayStation 5 and the Xbox X, but all this stuff, it looks like Greek to me. I barely speak Spanish. How am I supposed to translate Greek? After personally experiencing the differences for NBA 2K25 between PlayStation and Xbox, it had me wondering why this isn't a main topic of conversation. I've been calling NBA 2K25 trash since the game released. I had no idea it had to do with optimization. I got a PS5. I'm thinking it can handle it. Now, we all know the PS5 Pro recently hit the market as the most expensive console ever. If you wanted a PS5 Pro, you'd be expected to pay about $800 to get it shipped to you. I personally have a regular PS5, but I didn't realize that my old PS5 was so far behind the Xbox until I seen this video of VERMAX explaining the comparisons between the PS5 Pro and the Xbox. Mind you, I had my Xbox, this beast of a console, sitting in the back room collecting dust.
But it's so similar to the Xbox Series X. On paper, these are basically identical. Microsoft also claims you can get 120 FPS at 4K and 1080p, so exact same thing as the PS5 Pro. Unfortunately, this console is supposedly supposed to be faster, but they're both limited at 120 FPS. They're basically the exact same spec-wise, so I had to see if they really perform the exact same as well.
If the Xbox Series X is the exact same in regards to specs as the PS5 Pro, the most expensive console on the market, then it's obviously ahead of the standard PS5. Doing my little research, I'll pull up this snippet. It says, based on technical specifications, the Xbox Series X generally performs better than the PlayStation 5, as it has a more powerful GPU with higher teraflops, meaning it could potentially render graphics at a higher quality and faster frame rates in most games. And that's how I felt playing NBA 2K25 on PlayStation. The best way to describe it is that it feels like it's dropping frame rates. What I was seeing on screen was delayed from what was actually happening. And with all the changes made to shooting, especially on NBA 2K25, Mike Wang thinking he's some type of evil genius adding all these fluctuations to shooting, how are we supposed to compensate for the limitations and delays that PlayStation players experience? And trust me, I spent hours in the lab trying to hone in on my jump shot. I wasn't shooting absolutely terrible, but there was a lack of consistency there, where one game I'd shoot hella consistent, maybe I had a good response time for one game or even a half a game, and then the very next game you get on and you feel like there's absolutely no way to gauge your shooting cue. How many of you guys have experienced that? One of the biggest struggles that I had on PlayStation was finding a place to practice that is relative in response time to the game mode that I mostly play in, the Rec Center. I can't tell you how many times when I was on PlayStation that I would go into the My Court early in the morning and spend a couple hours just practicing, shooting around so that I have a good shooting day when I'm ready to compete online, thinking I'm ready, man, we're about to go in today. And I would oftentimes end up having one of the worst shooting days ever after putting in a couple hours of practice. It made me feel like my hands were tied. It also made me feel like, man, you shouldn't even go into the lab and practice because you're practicing on a whole different timing. The differences between your My Court and online gameplay were that big. Because I had this new build on Xbox, I started in the My Court, throwing up shots, engaging my cue, and I quickly realized through online gameplay that there's not nearly as large a gap between the My Court and online response time. This allows me to go into the My Court and practice my jump shot and see progression in online gameplay, increasing my shooting percentages. And mind you, this one and only build that I have on Xbox only has an 83 3-ball. Why am I shooting better with an 83 3-ball than some of my players on PlayStation 5 that have a 99 3-ball? There's nothing more disheartening than creating a build that's supposed to knock down open shots with ease, 99 3-ball or red badges, and you still brick wide open shots. The shooting percentages that I have for my Xbox player with an 83 3-ball matches the percentages of my 99 3-ball on PlayStation. Absolute insanity, y'all. When I made the switch about a week ago from PlayStation to Xbox, I instantly increased my shooting percentage by 20-some%. And there's just the beginning. I don't even have all my badges. I have multiple builds on PlayStation ranging from 83 to 99. The one player that I have on Xbox, which has an 83 3-ball, matches my 99 shooting, all red badges, and easily surpasses every other build with a lower 3-ball than 99. Not only did I not know that this was going to be the case, I actually didn't want it to feel better on Xbox. I didn't want to start over. I didn't want to make the switch. I've been a PlayStation player for as long as PlayStation has been out. So I made this video for a lot of other players that may have the same struggle playing on PlayStation and they just don't even know any better. Now, I feel like NBA 2K25 has a lot to make up for in regards to gameplay. There are a lot of issues with gameplay on NBA 2K25, but shooting, inconsistencies in shooting, I believe that mainly lies in the console that you're playing on. That's not to say that Xbox players don't experience delays either. I'll share my experience so far over the last week or so. Every single day was smooth response time up until yesterday when we were playing that double rep in the rec event. What I noticed playing in the event, which oftentimes everybody knows if there's an event going on, maybe you're going to experience some delay. Double rep in the rec usually brings out a lot of players, so you're more likely to experience delay. Servers are getting flooded. But yesterday was the first and only time that I experienced delay. Even playing the double rep event the night before, it was smooth gameplay. And the crazy thing about it is that I was able to adjust to the delay. It ain't like what I was experiencing on PlayStation where the delays are erratic, where one game you're good, next game you're not, or even within one game. Maybe one half you're good and the next half you're not. The delay was consistent, so I was able to make an adjustment to my jump shot. I was consistently getting slightly late. I adjusted my shot timing visual cue, a few ticks closer to push. Right now I'm playing somewhere between set point and push. And by the end of the night, I was able to start greening again. We all know that 2K servers are bad. They've been bad for as long as I can remember. But what 2K players are known for are actively seeking out solutions. And that's what led to my personal ultimate frustration with with NBA 2K25 on PlayStation was that every solution that I attempted, I ended up hitting a brick wall. There seemed to be no answers, and that drove me the most crazy. There seemed to be no amount of practice time that could compensate for the delays that PlayStation players experience when they compete online. After spending a good amount of hours on Xbox, hands down, it is my belief that PlayStation players, whenever there's cross-play involved, whether an Xbox player is on your team or you're going up against a team of Xbox players, I feel like Xbox players just have the edge. A lot of PlayStation players are just unaware of how much they're handicapped. As always, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. So if your PlayStation players sound off about the delays you've experienced online, share them in the comment section below. If you're an Xbox player, stand up and let me know what you think about playing NBA 2K online. Have you experienced delays consistently? Every single time that I've loaded up and played on PlayStation, this is damn near every single day we go through delays. Playing the whole week consistently on Xbox, I had one day where I experienced delays, and that delay was consistent, that I was able to adjust my jump shot and meet the timing delay that I was experiencing, mainly due to the double rep in the rec event. And it's my goal to be completely transparent with you guys, so I'm thinking of going live so you could see it for yourself. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all. If you guys are tired of running with randoms and you're looking for players to run with on NBA 2K, come on out and join the AllCity 2K Discord. The link will be in the description below. Find players and get runs now. Drop a like and drop a sub on your way out. Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.